What do you know? Josh Brolin and Benicio del Toro acted together on screen twice this year, and they actually got along one of the times. Sicario, Day de Soldado. So Sicario's Day de Soldado, it's a pretty simple story. The Mexican cartels are sneaking suicide bombers across the border into America, and they've been attacking ever since that began. And in light of these events, the U.S. administration, the president, the board, are deciding to finally list the cartels as a terrorist organization. And so they give Josh Brolin the go-ahead to come up with some sort of plan to wipe them out once that decision gets finalized. So Josh Brolin enlists the help of Benicio del Toro to kidnap the daughter of one of the cartel leaders so that the cartels will fight each other and the government can wipe them all out at the same time in one big old fell swoop. 3 real quick side notes before I get back into the movie. First, how great is the year 2018 for Josh Brolin? I mean, Avengers Infinity War, Deadpool 2, Sicario, he is doing a fantastic job. Props to him. Second, as far as kid actors go, the one in this movie does a really good job, and she's quite pretty, so, if she ever stumbles by the channel, she's free to contact me. Third, one of my favorite things about this movie is it's one of those opportunities to see the U.S. government do some dirty stuff that they don't really want to tell you about. Stuff like what the Marine Recon and the Navy SEALs do. Things that aren't all that glamorous, but it has to get done, and they keep it off the books because you don't want the citizens being terrified of the government. That already happens. So without spoiling too much, they carry out the plan. It gets the desired result. They move along as planned for a little while, but at a certain point in the movie, I'm going to call it the hour mark, it hits the fan. Things get bad. They get bad really quickly, and you don't really see it coming, and so it really adds. And then one thing leads to another. The mission gets called off, and Benicio del Toro and Josh Brolin kind of end up on opposite sides of the line. And I just want to talk about that dynamic real quick. I loved the on-screen chemistry that those two guys had. Like, they're not friends, but they're not enemies. They just really respect each other for what the other is capable of. They have a mutual admiration of skill sets, and I really like seeing that type of thing in movies. I also want to remark that this movie is very brutal. People are just executed swiftly, no pomp and circumstance, just domed dead. And it happens a lot. This movie earned its R rating. It went hard for it. And I really like seeing that sometimes. I don't know if that makes me a sadist, but sometimes a little bit of gore in a PG-13 world is very welcome. At least to me it is. There's another subplot in it about a kid that you don't really quite understand how it ties into the main story, but towards the end, it ties in. It's very organic, at least to me it is. It weaves in pretty seamlessly. But it is at that part of the movie where things start to get a little bit unbelievable. Like, up until this point in the movie, everything that happened felt like it could happen in our world and might be happening as we speak. We just have no idea about it. But at a certain point, and when you see the movie, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. A thing happens with Benicio del Toro's character where it's just like, I don't really know if that makes sense. That kind of breaks the immersion for me. And then whoever was making the movie decided they didn't really have an ending in mind, so they just looked at all the footage they had and decided, well, cut it here, and then we'll add some sequel baiting. The movie doesn't really end, it just stops, and that's my biggest problem with it. The final 15 minutes or so of the movie is just very sloppy. I think it suffers from Hollywood disease, I'll admit. All that being said, though, the ending isn't bad enough to drag down the quality of the entire film. I think the film, apart from that sequence, is very well done. It's well shot, well executed. I love the music. I love the atmosphere. Everything about it, up until that point, is amazing. And to give this movie a final score, it's more than worth the price of admission. I think everybody should go and see this at least once. Share it with your friends, Buy it on Blu-ray when it comes out, too. I don't know. I just really like this movie. But that's pretty much it. I'll see you guys tomorrow. If you like what you've seen here and you want to see more, well, then wait for the end card, and there'll be clickable stuff on screen for you to click on through, subscribe if you're new, like, comment, share, and watch a whole bunch of other videos I've uploaded. See you tomorrow.
Don't squirrel, drop it hard.